This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a...
reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelagian, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelagian half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelagian are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Through this whole castle?
Oh. Quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well...
Hey.
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Dahnans from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are full-run soldiers. Watch yourself.
I never miss.
Can you take it?
Your dreams.
Now you see what I can do!
New melody.
Mega Ray.
Mega
Raging Cascade.
I'm ready. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis. You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Megasonic thrust.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop his dying?
Right.
Mega the flame inside me! You're to be let free!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you've got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what...
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dahnans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dahnans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah.
ちょっと話を聞いてみようぜ。
困っている人がいるかもね。ちょっと。任せて。
どこに行くんだ？
いちいちあなたの許可が必要なの？
別にそんなことはないが、そんな言い方しなくたっていいだろう。
あなたこそどうしてそんな悠長に構えていられるの？この瞬間も敵は活動しているわ。なのに私たちはここで足止めされたままなのよ。
それは皆分かっているけど、どうしようもないじゃないか。一体どうしたんだ？このところ変だぞ。
そうね、バカなことを言った。
何か気に障ることをしたなら謝る。本当にわからないんだ。だから教えてくれないか？
謝ることはないわ。あなたのせいじゃない。いいえ、誰のせいでもない。本当よ。
だったら
ごめんなさい。聞かないで。
そう言われたら何も言えない。
ごめんなさい。
分かった。だが無理はするなよ。よし。息子の死を伝えるなんて
誰かがやるしかない役目よ。
よっしゃ。
あれ？
おお、よし。まさかお礼言われるとは思わなかったな。
少しずつだけど人と関わることで思い出してきてるのかもね。いいことしたね、ロー。
あ？
日で休めそうね。いいわね。
すまない。
え？
やれ。
白きふわふわしたもの、言葉通りのものか。
すまない。よし。
自分の子供を弔うの、そういう風にしか考えられないようにされてしまった人たち、あの人が悪いんじゃない。
ってるけど。
弔うのに街の外に行ったみたいだぜ。ズーグルだっているなら心配だな。俺たちも追いかけよう。
困っている人がいるみたい。
よし、話を聞いてみよう。あ
なんだよ、お前もハマってんのかよ。
いやー、あの子の言うことも一理あるなーって。
お前飛んでて丸っこければ何でもいいのか。
よし、行くぞ。
ちょっと牧場の様子を見ねえか。
なんと。申し訳ない。
ごめんなさい。
リムル。
魂の叫び、なかなか見事だったぞ、アルフ。
思わず熱くなってしまった。
また悩んでるのか。
そういうわけじゃないんだけど、ただやっぱり悩んでるのかも。私ってさ、一族で隠れて暮らしてたから、最初からレナに支配されていたわけじゃないんだよね。でもアウメドラに父さんも母さんも殺されて、それでレナを憎むようになって、生まれた時から奴隷だった人たちはそれが当たり前になってて、怒ることすらしないって話あったでしょ。
ああ、どこでも抵抗活動なんかやってるやつの方がむしろ変わり者って感じだったよな。
その人たちと私、どっちがマシだったのかな。
憎しみに捕まったらろくなことにならねえけど、家族を殺されて怒ったり悲しんだりしないのも違うだろ。つまり悪い、なんかうまく言えねえや。
怒ったり悲しんだりするのは憎むのとは別。そっか、なんか少し分かったかも。ありがとう、ロー。フルフー。
おう
炎の剣は無事か。
濡れたくらいじゃ問題ないわよ。
問題なさそうな相手だな。終わり。いつも回復進まないが、できることをやっているだけだ。アンジュさんはまだ本当に良かった。いけるぜ。
まとめて回復するわよ。
硬いな。
前から良かったってことよ。
気温に気を使わせる。
警戒は怠るな。そうだな、ローがおとりになってくれれば。
よし、入ろう。
なかなか手強そうに
いられない。勝負なら私の出番。私なら落とせる男が弱点だよ。
外さないわ。
そこまでだ。
裏切らずレギオン。
バラにしてやる。見事な連撃。賞賛に値する。豪華バックエンドで叩きんで。時ができた。この光景逃す手はあるまい。かわせるか。
巻き込め。
豪華バックエンド。
光を貫け。
相手も術を使うか。
そっちは私に任せて。
やらせない。
やったよ。
今が攻め時ね。マグナレイド。
いけるぜ。豪華バックエンド。
地べたをダメなその前に抜かさない。
バラバラにしてやる。
肩よしよ。
自由術は任せておいて。
私のは怖くばっかりだからね。
ここまでだ。
止める。まとめて回復するわよ。
この豪華バックエンド。恵みの光を。俺の中の炎が。
インテリアム。マグナレイド。
豪華バックエンド。そのままやってまえ。やらせない。よし、今のうちに
仕留める。
この元に
レンガだ。
巻き込め。
豪華バックエンド。
まとめて回復するわよ。
バラバラにしてやる。
自由の必要。
その前に
倒れてから勢いの。
こ
任せたまえ。
まだまだ行くよ。
俺も負けてられねえ。超レンガだ。崩れた。ここで決めてやる。下す。
いただき。
超レンガだ。要素の割りが。レンガだ。超レンガだ。倒れろ。任せたまえ。
止める。
超レンガだ。仲間を奪ったな。体勢が崩れたぞ。こいつでこれは豪華爆撃。いけるぞ。ロールソーライズ。いたか。伝えた甲斐があったな。
このまま戦うのは危険じゃない？
そうだな。一度出直すべきかもしれない。
風に乗って一つ。